The intense negotiations between the Jammu Kashmir Joint Awami Action Committee and a high-profile team from Islamabad came to result on midnight on Friday, as both sides agreed on a draft with some minor amendments. The government has accepted 21 out of 38 demands from the protesters. Following this, demonstrations against the government will end, and for the next 3 days, the Awami Action Committee will hold mourning processions for those who died during the protests. Under the settlement, those responsible for violence and deaths of protesters will face prosecution under anti-terrorism laws, and a judicial inquiry will be conducted. Meanwhile, shops and businesses were also affected in Muzaffarabad, PoK, after several days of violent protests. Demonstrators waved flags and chanted slogans as they held small rallies in front of closed shops during week of the unrest. Businesses, schools and transport went on strike in response to the protests and have been closed in large parts of the region for the past 4 days. A settlement has been reached now there in Pakistan. The nation is already struggling when it comes to economy. The economy of Pakistan is in shambles and people are demanding better infrastructure. We wonder how the government will provide these infrastructures which are being demanded by the protesters, as the nation is struggling with economic crisis. Schools shut, businesses shut, further impacting the economy, and the protesters are demanding better infrastructure. Whether the government will be able to provide that remains to be seen there in Pakistan. People are protesting with the flags in their hands, demanding better infrastructure and some other demands as well. There was a settlement which was reached, but will it be fulfilled? That remains to be seen in a nation which is already struggling in terms of its economy. And my colleague Vishal Baristo is joining me live. Hi Vishal, I want to ask you, what is the core reason behind these protests? First of all, just go back in history a bit and tell us about what is the core reason. Why are people on the streets? Why are they protesting in a country which is already marred by economic crisis?
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Siddharth. Let me tell you that Kashmir has always been a disturbed place because Pakistan has been illegally trying to occupy it ever since 1947. And people in that part of the state are simply not very happy because they've seen the development taking place in the Indian part of Jammu and Kashmir, and that is why the Jammu and Kashmir Awami Action Committee is very upset the way things are moving on, especially because of the poor infrastructure, poor health and medical facility, and also because of those who have been displaced because of this Manglam project. And now the government is saying that it is ready to give them space within 30 days. These people are from the Mirpur district, and there would also be a judicial inquiry on the violence, and those killed would also be given proper treatment. This has been the promise made by the Shahbaz Sharif government. So we are yet to know the details, but what the government has promised is that everything is going to be according to the wish of the people, though only 20-odd demands have been met by the government, and there would be 3-day mourning processions. So it would be interesting to see how the people react, because they are very, very upset because of the killings by the police, because they were protesting peacefully, and then this was the situation there in that part of Jammu and Kashmir in Pakistan.
Definitely. Vishal, very quickly I want to ask you, what is the road ahead now?
Well, the road ahead is going to be very difficult. It is full of puddles and roadblocks, because nobody knows what is going to happen in the next 3 days, right? Because people are still very upset because of the killings. There have been a lot of killings. The figures are still not clear. The police personnel they have also been killed. But the 3-day mourning procession that would continue would decide the future course of action, and how the government fulfills their demand in spirit, because what they have already promised, they need to fulfill them as well. They have promised government job to the kin of the deceased, and also 1 million rupees aid to those injured. So it is all to be seen how it is being implemented.
Okay, we leave it there, Vishal. Thank you so much.